Hello, this is Nayumi Cee once again, and for today's topic, we'll talk about my first call center training experience, and this is as per request by Miss Jane Argalion. So, according to her, she asked me to create a video about my training experience from day one until the end. So yes, I'll be sharing with you my experience from the very first week of our training until almost nesting, or like until product training. So what to expect from this video, of course, as usual, this is gonna be story time, some sort of storytelling, of course, but then you will be able to learn something out of this video for sure, and you will have an idea what are those that we get to do, we get to learn. And so let's begin. Okay, so during the first week of our call center training, of course, getting to know each other. Okay, we get to share our names, our favorites, what else? What are our experiences, your college highest educational attainment and such. And of course, this is one way of you getting to know your teammates and your trainer as well. And this is the part where I get too shy because I really don't like sharing my information with other people. But yes, really got to do it, and I feel nervous each time I am the one next to speak already. But yes, the first thing that we have to do is, of course, get to know each other. The next one is that we'll get to refresh. We have refresher of basic grammar rules, pronunciation, diction, etc. So it's like 1 week that you'll be learning everything about pronunciation, diction, and such. So most of the time, I have problems with pronunciation, okay? Pronouncing words, because I am Bisaya and I have accent, really, as you can tell from the way I speak. But yes, it's okay. It's acceptable. It's neutral. So okay, basta. You'll learn a lot of basic grammar rules. They're like teachers and you're a student, and in fact, it's kind of engaging because you will be asked certain questions. You will be asked to stand up and read certain paragraphs, certain words, and then if they hear that you are mispronouncing it, they will correct you. Yes, but that's fine because you get to know what your mistake is, right? And then I remember before we won and we get to eat, I forgot what it is, but it's like a donut. Like, we have prize for like answering questions and being actively listening, participating to that said game and whatnot. So that's it. And of course, I just repeated it, sorry, pageant type Q&A. So it's like out of the box questions and answers, the ones that I'm posting. For example, why, if you're going to be a president for a day, what are the things that you have to implement and such? Like beauty pageant type of questions. And basically the purpose of them asking you those is, of course, your logical capability, your thinking skills, and of course the way you speak, your grammar and such. So they're really not looking on how good is your answer, but how good your delivery is. So that's it. And then of course, they'll not forget to introduce the American culture, lifestyle, habits, likes and dislikes, etc. So you'll learn more about American culture, and Of course, it's best if you already have prior knowledge about American culture. So when you are being asked what are those, then you already have an idea. So most of the time, I believe Americans like games, like sports. They love sports. Even women, they love sports. And habits, most of the time, they enjoy eating pizza, I believe. Likes and dislikes, they don't like if you won't listen to them. Of course, you should be able to listen to them. If you're not being empathetic, they don't like that as well, and all. So you'll get to learn that during your first week of training. Okay, let's proceed with week 2. So by the way, those information that I gave you is not really that accurate. I mean, it's all accurate because those are something that I still remember, because that happened 2 years ago already. So I'm still trying to remember all of those things that we experienced from before. But yes, it might not be the exact same thing that we did, but it is, I believe. I mean, I don't exactly know what exactly happened during that time, but I still can remember those that I can still remember. So that's the one I'm sharing with you right now. So let's proceed with week 2. So with week 2, we have graded one-on-one interview with our interviewer. Oh no, I'm sorry, with our trainer, not interviewer. So of course, this is the time when I feel so nervous, because I don't know what are those questions that will be asked to me by my trainer. But it's like basically asking you basic questions about yourself. It's like a normal conversation, but it's graded because they are giving you rating and how you speak, I believe. So that's how they do it. And of course, they also would like you to be familiar of the account that you'll be handling. And so they will ask you questions about what is the account for. Let's say my account from before was Amazon. So that is an online retail store. And of course, that is a well-known company. It's owned by Jeff Bezos, who is the wealthiest or the richest man in the entire world. So I was so proud of myself from before, thinking like I'm working for the world's richest. So, but yes, going back, let's say you're handling an account called Amazon. So you should have an idea what Amazon is, how does it operate, who owns it, and such. So you have to Google. You have to use Google, because Google, every question's there. So and of course, graded mock call. So you'll be given a scenario and you'll think of ways and how you can solve it based on the rules presented. So we are giving like one piece of bond paper, and that is where the scenario or situation is printed. You'll be given a situation, of course. You have to read that. And you have to come up with ways and how you can resolve that problems. It's best really if you have an idea how mock call works. If you don't have an idea just yet, I have videos about that, or you can try looking one online here at YouTube specifically. And so those are graded mock call. Really, you have to follow certain rules and call flow and such. Next is week 3 and 4. So let's proceed with product training. So product training, of course, this is the most critical part of the training period, because you'll learn more about the account you'll be handling. Why is it the most critical part? Because this is actually the job that you will be facing each and every day. So normally you won't learn all of the things that is being taught on inside the classroom training. You'll get to learn those once you've got an encounter with the customers itself, because they do have different sets of problems, of situations in life. It's like the same resolution but different ways of approach. So this is really critical. So you get to pay attention, all ears. And of course, mind you, you'll feel sleepy, but you have to instill in your mind what is being discussed. Because pen and paper is not allowed, even use of cell phone is also prohibited. So yes, all of the information that is being discussed, you don't have any way at all to record it, to jot it down in order for you to go back with and look for it and memorize it. No, there's none. So you really have to understand what is being discussed, because I don't know, but for them, I don't know why they don't allow pen and paper, but yes, it's kind of difficult really to say something about this, but pen and paper is really not allowed, so you really have to use your mind in storing all those information that's being taught to you. So be aware of that. And then this is the part where you can ask questions at any time. Feel free to ask if you don't understand what is being discussed. Because yes, most of the time we have different ways of understanding what is being discussed to us, and probably if ever that you understood it differently from how it really is, then you might give your future customer misinformation, and if that is kind of misleading, then you'll face certain sanctions with that. So please make sure that if you are confused, if you're not that sure with the process, please ask. Okay, it's free to ask. And then of course, standard call flow is introduced from start to end of call. So we are following strict call flow, and authentication is the most important part in my account from before. Authentication is what? It's the identity of the customer. You should be able to make sure that you are speaking with the right person, with the account holder itself. Because if ever that you fail to authenticate the customer, then chances are your score for your mock call is 0. So next is graded online assessments. So there are graded mock calls, there are interviews that are graded as well, but at the same time there are graded online assessments as well. So I remember before, we are in our training room, we have headsets on, we have computers in front of us, and we get to read certain paragraph. There are certain situations that we have to answer it, and then if ever that you fail that said online assessment, then you will not be introduced to the production floor, and you might be disqualified. But the good thing is we all passed it. There are other teammates of mine who wasn't able to pass it the first time, but they're given the chance to retake it, and so after that they're able to pass it. So we get to be indoors in the production floor all together. But few like 1 or 2 agents did not proceed, but that's another story. So let's proceed with one-on-one mock call with your interviewer while your teammates listen to you, coaching and feedback afterwards. So I remember this mock call. I feel so embarrassed because I don't know what I'm doing. Yes, I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what possible resolution is it that I'll be giving my customer. And my customer supposedly is my trainer. And so after that, I was given feedback, then coaching, of course. And then the feedback is that, yes, I don't exactly know what I'm doing. But then my trainer told me that even if I'm in the middle posture, I still get a smile. So that's the thing that she liked, and as far as I can remember, that's what I can remember. That's it. Okay, so of course we do have a side call barging, or what we call SBS, or side by side. So this is when you will be entering the production floor. There are agents who are taking in calls as well, And of course, we are all given each headsets. Those headsets are way too expensive. It's like 8,000 pesos when you lost it. And it's gonna be salary deduction, so mind you, please don't lose it if you'll be working for Concentric, specifically if that's Amazon. So we do side barging, and this is the most exciting part because we get to listen to live calls, and we also get to listen what are the resolution. We get to listen to the customer's voice. We get to listen to the agent's voice. And so it's like a three-way call. It's like a conference call. You get to listen and such, but then you have to check what are the things that agent's doing, what is his or her attitude, how is she able to navigate a computer and such. So yes, this is like exciting. Yep, this is exciting, side by side. And then week 5 to 6 is of course nesting period, and I already created a video about nesting, so if you haven't watched that, please make sure to watch it. And so that's it. Those are pretty much it. So if you have if you experience call center training already, you might add your experience as well. That can help other job seekers as well. By the way, we have a Facebook page named Nayumi Cee. Please visit that page, like that page as well. If you have questions for me, you can send me direct message there. And if you are looking for a call center job right now, then I can also refer you to the same company I'm working with. Just give me your complete name as well as your contact number, and I'll forward your information to our recruitment team so as for them to contact you for an initial phone interview. And so you get to land a job just like everybody else. And so please make sure to share, like this video, follow, comment down below, and of course turn the notification bell button when you subscribe to my channel. And yes, thank you so much. This is Nayumi Cee once again. God bless you, and I hope you'll be able to pass your call center interview, your call center training, and be able to land your dream job. Bye now.